Hi, everyone. My name is Brandon Queen. And first, I want to thank everyone for being here this afternoon and attending the M Talent Showcase. So a little bit about me. I am a senior here at UM-Dearborn's College of Business, majoring in Finance and Information Systems Management as part of my Bachelor of Business Administration degree. And time really flies because I will be graduating at the end of this month, which is pretty crazy, but here we are. Very excited. But first, I want to rewind a little bit and take everyone back to before I got to UM-Dearborn, because frankly, UM-Dearborn for me was not the original plan. I had planned on going to Ann Arbor or some other university out of state, and I was accepted to many other places, but UM-Dearborn offered me a very good scholarship. And I thought to myself, okay, I'll go to UM-Dearborn and I'll get prereqs out of the way and then I'll transfer. But as you can see, I'm still here. So what that means is somewhere along the way, I decided that I absolutely love this campus. I absolutely love UM-Dearborn. And this is absolutely the place where I wanted to finish my undergrad experience. So I'm happy to still be here. But then when I entered college, for a lot of people, and for me, I think the perception for a lot of people is that college is a fresh start. And it is. But for me, it kind of almost felt like starting over because I had a great network in high school and I had a lot of involvements. And to come to college as a first generation college student was a little bit intimidating because I felt like I was really starting over, rebuilding my network from scratch, rebuilding my involvements from scratch. But don't worry, I think I managed to figure things out rather well. And you might find that I've had a great deal of success at UM-Dearborn. So my UM-Dearborn journey, I've had a lot of different involvements here on campus, from the honors program to being a supplemental instructor for both managerial economics and corporate finance in the College of Business. But perhaps one of my involvements that I'm most proud of is that I have been afforded the opportunity to be the co-founder and president of the First Gen Student Org here on campus, which seeks to inform, connect, support, and celebrate First Gen students as they navigate higher education. And what's really interesting about this org is that we founded it during the COVID-19 pandemic, which, as you can imagine, comes with a lot of challenges, but also came with a lot of great opportunities to really kick off a huge amount of rapid initial growth for our org and to achieve a position as one of only 5 university-sponsored student orgs on campus. We established the First Gen Fan Club, which is a place for faculty, staff, alumni, and business contacts to show their support and get involved with our org. And we participated in our first ever Giving Blue Day, where we raised over $5,000 for student scholarships and other really exciting initiatives in a 24-hour period. So we've had a great deal of success with the First Gen Student Org, and I am really looking forward to, after graduation, looking back and seeing the continued success that I'm absolutely sure that org will continue to have. I've also been named a 2020 Difference Maker, the inaugural Outstanding First Generation Student here on campus, and more recently, one of the recipients of the College of Business Chancellor's Medallion. And of course, I've also been pretty involved with the Talent Gateway, but more on that later. First, I want to talk a little bit about my time outside of UM-Dearborn and some of my other personal involvements. For the last several years, I've been a FIRST Robotics mentor. FIRST Robotics is a engineering and technology program for high school students where they build these really cool 120-pound robots that extend to 8 feet in the air and can do all these cool tasks. And they compete with teams from literally across the world. For me, it's really exciting to be able to mentor my high school, my former high school and give back to my community in such a way that I see students come in as freshmen or sophomores, and by the time they graduate as seniors, they're completely different people because of the input that I and others have given them. And for me, that's really fulfilling. And with that, I've also been afforded the opportunity to be the co-founder, event coordinator, and volunteer coordinator for an annual Women in STEM event and competition, which I'm incredibly proud to be a part of. In addition to that, I've also been a sales and account management intern with Robert Bosch LLC, a large engineering and technology company, since June of 2019, where I am part of a global customer team, and I do things like sales planning, price down negotiations, relationship management, and acquisition activities for our General Motors account. So I've had a lot of great experience there and leveraged a lot of the things that I've learned both at UM-Dearborn and as a part of the Talent Gateway. So speaking of the Talent Gateway, I'd like to speak for a minute on the reason we're all gathered here tonight, and that is because the Talent Gateway has such a great impact. And I want to talk about why, from my perspective, that's so. And I think the key, what's so critical about the Talent Gateway and its importance here on campus is that it teaches us about the importance of reflection and introspection. And it also forces us to think a little bit more about how our skills, our strengths, our weaknesses, and our goals, both academically, professionally, and also personally, all interrelate with one another. Your strengths and your weaknesses should absolutely contribute to the goals you're setting and achieving, and your goals should also have a lot to do with your knowledge of your own strengths and weaknesses. And that too increases your individual marketability. So when you go out into the world and you start interviewing for different positions, for an internship or for a full-time position, it's really important to understand what I've dubbed the importance of everything. And what that means to me is that every activity that you do in life, whether it's a project at school or a project at work or whatever, it's important to be thinking about those things and reflecting on them and their relation to your skills and your goals. And to be able to intelligently speak to those things that you do day in and day out is a really, really critical component of your ability to market yourself to employers and to others. And of course, it doesn't stop with the job interview. It also helps really contribute to career readiness, learning about how to be a great leader, how to be a great team player, intercultural fluency, and things like that really contribute to the workforce and your ability to participate in it. So what's next? Well, what's next, as I mentioned, I'm going to be graduating very soon and my undergrad experience will end. And what that means is that there's going to be a lot of future leaders and best stepping up. My advice to them would be, don't be afraid to become a big fish in a small pond. And when I say that, I don't mean to discount the incredible talent pool that UM-Dearborn has. What I mean to do is highlight some of the perks of UM-Dearborn. Being that UM-Dearborn is a really close-knit community with small class sizes, there are a lot of really great opportunities to stand out and to be that student who is always at the forefront of things, whose work ethic is unmatched and is respected by staff, faculty, and peers. So don't be afraid to be that student who stands out and really makes a difference, both in the classroom and in the culture of the university through student orgs and involvement in offices. And with that, network with everyone, because you never know whose life you're going to be able to contribute or who's going to be able to contribute to yours. For me personally, though, my next steps, I will, at the beginning of May, be starting as a project manager in the cross-domain computing solutions division at Bosch, working in the Honda account, and I am incredibly excited to be continuing my career with Bosch, taking everything I've learned from UM-Dearborn and the Talent Gateway with me. So, thank you, and of course, as always, go blue.